Good evening, Boston University. Welcome to the new venture competition. We are so excited to roll this out. I would like to introduce you to Blake Sims, who will be hosting us tonight. This is going to be incredible, and I hope you enjoy.
Thank you, Oliver. Good evening, everyone. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to Boston University's 19th annual New Venture Competition finale. Tonight is a celebration of the incredible work that has happened this year. My name is Blake Sims St. Louis, and I am the Program Director for Social Innovation and your MC for tonight. If you haven't checked out our lookbook yet, use the QR code on the screen to access this resource. Inside, you'll see more details about tonight's event, the New Venture Competition structure, our amazing finals judges, and team bios with contact details. You will meet a number of my colleagues throughout the program, but there are many more working behind the scenes. I want to extend a huge thank you to the entire Innovate at BU team, our staff, and amazing student interns for their hard work all year long and their support in tonight's program. We also want to thank everyone in our audience for joining us tonight, as well as the tireless work of our BU Med campus colleagues, especially the 190 students in the class of 2020 who made history today by graduating a month early. Healthcare workers, first responders, essential service providers, educators, and civic leaders here in Boston and around the world, thank you. We are experiencing unprecedented times. Words do not capture the depth of our thanks for your courage and commitment to keeping us safe and healthy. As innovators and entrepreneurs, solving problems is in our nature. When President Brown and our campus leaders made the difficult decision to go virtual, the Innovate at BU team took quick action to ensure continued support for our community. I'm extremely proud of my colleagues, but even more proud of our students. Through all of this, you continue to be tenacious, passionate, and collaborative, reminding us every day of why we do this work. Audience, you're in for a real treat this evening. We have 12 amazing finalist teams ready to share their ventures with you. One of BU's greatest strengths is its vast and diverse network of alumni and community members. If you have advice, helpful introductions, or other ways of supporting our teams, please follow up with them and grow our community. Remember, team contact details are in our finale lookbook. Tonight's agenda includes welcoming remarks from our Executive Director, Jerry Fine, 1-minute pitches from our 12 New Venture Competition finalists, and opportunities for you, the audience, to vote on your favorite. We'll wrap up the night announcing the top 3 winners of the Tech and Social Impact tracks. All in all, over $65,000 in progress funding will be awarded to teams so they can continue moving their ventures and impact forward. Without further ado, I'd like to turn things over to Jerry Fine, Executive Director of Innovate at BU.
Well, good evening, everyone. All 243 of you online right now. Thank you, Blake. Welcome to all of you to Innovate at BU's annual Innovators Night. I'm so proud of our staff, especially Blake, for adjusting on the fly and producing this great virtual event. But I'm more proud of all of the award winners and the participating student teams that you're going to hear from this evening. My job is to give out some awards, of course, but before I do that, I just want to say a few words about Innovate at BU and the Build Lab. As you've heard all of us say many times, our mission at Innovate BU is very simple, which is to enable all of you to make an impact in your career and in your community while you're still a student here at Boston University. Now, impact, as you all know, can take many forms. You may wish to start a for-profit venture. You're going to hear from some student ventures tonight. You may wish to start a nonprofit that addresses issues in your community, and you'll hear from some of those newly started nonprofits this evening also. Or you may also wish to simply work on an innovative project that improves life on the BU campus, and we will be back on the BU campus, or in the communities in which you currently live. We're there for that also. We're here to help you innovate no matter what your goal is. Our job is to inspire you to do great things, educate you on how to get them done, and connect you with the people who can help. Now, your collective participation in Innovate BU continues to affirm that we're on the right track. Well over 150 teams participated in the innovation pathway this year, and we're so grateful to Cynthia Cohen for supporting this activity. Over 350 of you attended this year's IDEA Conference, the premier student entrepreneurship conference in Boston. And 80 teams competed in this year's new venture competition. You're going to hear from some of the finalists shortly. I could go on, and I often do, but instead, I just want to say thank you to all of you and hand out some awards. Now, first, I'm honored to announce our third annual Innovate at BU Student of the Year Award. This award was created to honor a BU student, either an undergraduate or graduate student, who furthers innovative activities on campus, collaborates with others, demonstrates their commitment to the principles of innovation and entrepreneurship through their leadership and actions in the Boston University community and beyond. And this year, I'm so proud to announce that we actually have two winners, Jenna Crawford and Sarah Griesdorf. Now, we'll come to Sarah in a minute, but first a word about Jenna. Jenna is a graduate student at the School of Theology and has worked as an intern in the Build Lab for at least the past 2 years. Amongst her other accomplishments, Jen has been vital in the successful launch of the Innovation Pathways project track. She's led Ideas Nights for the last 2 years, piloted a Purpose workshop series, and has led sessions at the last 2 IDEA conferences. Jen is always thinking about how our programs can positively impact students. She puts students at the center of everything we do, and the students can feel it. She's creative, efficient, kind, and her energy inspires everyone around her. Everyone knows her. She's a true star. Jenna, congratulations. Thank you. And let's hear from you for a minute.
Thank you so much, Jerry, and to Blake earlier. I'm so honored, but really the honor and the privilege, like Jerry has said, has been to be able to work with our amazing students and to learn from them and to learn alongside of them these past couple of years that I've been here. I'll say that since BU has shut down our in-person offerings, I've had some office hours meetings with students virtually, and our students just continue to give me so much hope during this time, coming up with ideas to address some of the most pressing problems of the pandemic and finding ways to keep up their energy at home to see some of these ideas through. I really see the intersections of my work in theology and at the Build Lab as the social change and social justice dimension of everything. So as doing what we can in order to make a little corner of the world better for communities who are most vulnerable and who lack access to the resources that others have. And in doing so, actually bringing those communities into the center of the decision-making process. And our students at the Build Lab are really making lasting impact on that front. And they inspire me every time I get to work with them. So thank you to all of you, and thank you to the whole Build Lab staff team, who I've come to know well over the last couple of years and who just work tirelessly to support and coach and celebrate these students, and for all that you all have taught me about project management, about the design process, about equity, power, liberation, and most importantly, that we all have it within us to do something concrete and something real about our ideas and passions. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Jana. Our co-winner this year, as I announced before, is Sarah Griesdorf. Sarah is a senior in the College of Arts and Sciences, majoring in computer science, and in her spare time is the CEO of Holdette, a startup venture you're going to hear more about shortly. Now, Sarah is a leader who practices what she preaches. Her brand and her company are all about making women feel confident and included. She fills in the gaps for women on campus by hosting her own events and building resources to support them and bring them together. This year, for instance, she piloted gatherings for female founders on campus. She's also a leader of a variety of other clubs and activities across the university. Sarah is a bundle of positive energy that's always willing to help out, always tell me what she thinks, and always willing to support her peers. I hope that we're able to continue her legacy when she graduates. Sarah, congratulations. We're going to miss you when you graduate, and thank you. We'd love to hear a few words from you.
Thank you so much to the Build Lab team and Jerry and Blake for this incredible honor. During my time at BU, I've been taught what it means not just to be an entrepreneur, but to be one who's driven by mission, purpose, and vision. From my time in the Summer Accelerator just after freshman year to hanging out in all of the Build Lab staff's office until the moment we were kicked off campus, I'm truly grateful for all the resources you all have provided. It's pretty easy to say that I and my company wouldn't be where we are today without the amazing Build Lab staff, the mentors I made through the process, the team at BU Spark, and my friends, family, and my amazing Holdette team. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarah. And I just need to point out, we're up to close to 280 people listening to us right now. The next award is given in honor of Henry Morgan, the former Dean of the School of Management at BU, which you all know now as the Questrom School of Business. Henry Morgan was a successful social entrepreneur who pioneered support for working mothers by providing daycare, transportation, and training to help them get back in the workforce. He was an early advisor to Ben & Jerry's, giving them help developing their social mission. He was also a generous donor to the School of Management at BU, giving an endowment that launched the entrepreneurship program. Every year, Innovate at BU gives the Henry Morgan Award to honor a faculty or staff member or prominent alumnus for the contribution they've made to advancing innovation at BU. Now, this year's winner serves as a coach and mentor to many of the student teams at the Build Lab. She prioritizes student learning in thoughtful and engaging ways. She's constantly thinking about how her students can grow as people and about how their ventures can expand and improve. She brings a massive amount of energy and enthusiasm to the Build Lab that impacts everyone, faculty, staff, and students. She truly loves our students. She's always asking me if she can do more, and she's always available to serve. I'm proud to announce that this year's winner of the Henry Morgan Award is Janice Ozguc. Janice, congratulations and great job. Let's hear from you.
Thanks, Jerry, and the whole Build Lab for giving me this incredible honor. It's truly amazing. And it especially means a lot to me since I'm being recognized for something, as you said, I love to do. I just love working with the students at the Build Lab and helping them move forward. And it's encouraging to know that the students seem to appreciate my advice and my mentoring that I provide, because I certainly feel that I've benefited from working with them in ways that they probably couldn't even imagine. And I hope I'm able to give them the benefit as well of working with me. Way before, I guess I've been working at the Build Lab for several years now, not just this year that we've kind of gotten a formal mentoring program going, but I've been doing it for, I don't know, at least the past 2 or 3 years. And it still is amazing every time that I come to the Build Lab and I meet with the students. I'm just so amazed by their innovation, by their creative minds, the motivation, their drive. And it just gives me a good feeling that these people will continue to take advantage of the Build Lab and be able to grow. If I have really helped them even in a little way by making them, on their journey of entrepreneurship, it makes me really proud and it gives me a very extremely rewarding feeling. So thank you again. I hope to continue working with the students, and congrats to everybody.
Thank you, Janice, and congratulations. Now, finally, I'm honored tonight to give some special thanks and recognition, in particular to Ian Masheter. Ian recently left his position as Managing Director of the Build Lab to return to a more active teaching role, although he will still be involved with Innovate BU in his new role as Director of Curriculum, overseeing our new university-wide minor in innovation and entrepreneurship. Ian deserves our recognition and our thanks. I'm sure that many of you remember Ian as the leader of the Buzz Lab. Ian always describes the Buzz Lab as the beta version of the Build Lab. And in fact, he's right. Almost everything we do in the Build Lab was first tried in the Buzz Lab, and without Ian's connections, knowledge, and experience, we'd be far behind where we are today. A member of the Build Lab staff wrote, quote, "Ian has been the backbone of the entrepreneurial community at BU for so many years and has set the Build Lab up for success. It's incredible to think that he was doing the collective work of the Build Lab staff by himself. We're lucky to still have him on as our curriculum director and part of the Build Lab family." Another staff member summarized all of our feelings by saying, quote, "Thank you, Ian, for all your hard work, your dedication, your passion, and especially for your good music, your bobbleheads, and your food." And then paraphrased a line from one of your favorite artists, David Bowie, and I quote, "Even though we know where you are going from here, we still know it won't be boring." Ian, thank you for everything you've done, and please, we'd love to hear from you.
Thank you, Jerry. Thanks for the kind words. First of all, I just want to say congratulations to Janice, Sarah, and Jenna. Each of you have been such a vital and important part of your community, of our community. And I've talked to administration, Sarah, and you will not be graduating this year. We're keeping you for another year, so we can all look forward to having your energy around for 12 more months. This has been quite the journey. I came to BU in 2010 solely with the intention of teaching, with hoping to maybe pass along some of the wisdom that I'd learned starting and running companies. Well, that plan didn't work out because shortly after becoming full-time at BU, I was asked to run the extracurricular programs, which were then out of the question of School of Business. But even then, they were available to all students across campus. I've often reflected about why I didn't say no when I was given that opportunity, since I came here to actually teach. But I said yes. I ran my first summer accelerator in 2011. And, you know, we're about to run one in 2020. And it's amazing that it's 9 years now. But when we ran the accelerator in 2011, it looked very different than the one we have now. We had no money. I ran it out of a basement in a brownstone in 143 Bay State Road, and I didn't start recruiting till May, so I had to cajole and strong-arm students to even take part in the accelerator. In 2014, we founded the Buzz Lab, as Jerry said. Then we graduated to one floor of a brownstone. I was given a half-time administrator for 12 months, but told I had to raise the money to pay for that position after the first 12 months. Thanks to the generosity of a lot of alumni, we were able to do that. As Jerry said, it was our beta, it was our minimum viable product. It gave us the confidence to go forward, and as a team, we wrote the Innovate at BU report that resulted in the president raising the money that is now funding this major university initiative of Innovate at BU. It was the interest, it was the involvement of students across campus, the desire of students to be involved that really, I think, pushed it all the way up to the president's office that this is something that was important to do on campus. So Jerry was asked to be the executive director, and he asked me if I would be managing director of the newly conceived Build Lab. One of my claims to fame is that I named the Buzz Lab and the Build Lab. I just put that on my memorial. I agreed to this for 2 years, and in a flash, the 2 years is up. During that time, we recruited a great team with a mission to create a great entrepreneurship centers for all students. And the dedication of this team, as Jenna remarked, has been admirable. It was clear that the success of the program meant we needed a full-time managing director, and I'm so happy we recruited Lee to that role. So my new challenge, as Jerry alluded to, is to teach more. and to infuse more innovation into the curriculum and ensure the success of the newly launched minor. I was thinking, you know, some people have told me along these 10 years that BU is not an entrepreneurial school. The students are not entrepreneurial. You're wasting your time. This is so not true. So I had a couple of facts for you here. This year, for the first time, we entered the Princeton rankings as one of the top 50 entrepreneurial schools in the country. The first time we made that ranking. And we've been doing some research recently. Our recent research shows that BU founders over the last 10 years, only the last 10 years, have raised $8.8 billion in investment funding. So it sounds pretty entrepreneurial to me. I look forward to the INE minor. My goal is to make the INE minor the most popular minor in the school. And I have no reason to think that won't be the truth. We're off to a great start with the minor. We're already adding extra sections of the core class to match the demand from students on campus. And importantly, the students are from all disciplines because all of them understand that in their professional careers, innovation is going to be important to their success. And so it's exciting to see the variety and diversity of students who are interested in the minor. I can't finish without thanking our alumni and our community supporters. Janice would be such a great example of that. You volunteered countless hours to help and support our students, our mentoring programs, our judging, our office hours. You're an integral part of our programs, and we're so lucky to have you. It's been a great pleasure of mine to contribute, you know, my small part in building Innovate BU. I'm always thinking to myself that to have this job late in my career is a privilege. Helping our students on their journey is something that I treasure now and will always treasure. I have so many favorite moments, but I do think one of my favorite moments was seeing Snow Monkey's frozen dessert product in the aisle at Market Basket in Fall River. These two young, dynamic female founders had a passion for this business from the get-go. And as I was in the supermarket and saw their beautiful packaging in the freezer aisle, I thought of the early recipes of the product that we tested when they were in the summer accelerator. And I can share with you now that one of them was totally inedible. But that's the whole point of testing and iteration, isn't it? And now they have fantastic product. I looked again at our report that we wrote today, and I just wanted to leave you with one quote from that because it's the mission of all of us in Innovate. So this was written before Innovate, but I think it sums up what we're trying to do. Our goal is to produce students armed with an entrepreneurial mindset, encouraged to generate new ideas, validate, iterate, and engage in creative problem solving, to take initiative on the hard problems of the day. We agree that universities as engines of innovation have a responsibility to foster innovation and help find solutions for grand challenges. In the time of COVID and pandemics, these words seem to ring even truer. And I'm sure, as Blake mentioned, many of our many BU employees and students are on the front lines of this now, but I'm also looking for our students to find solutions to these problems that we face. Thank you for the kind recognition, and I think I've taken my 4 minutes, so onward to the rest of the night's activities. Over to you, Blake.
Thank you, Ian. Definitely surpassed your 4 minutes, but it was great. Congrats to you and to all of our award winners. And now on to the main event. Tonight, we are showcasing BU's top student and alumni venture teams. The new venture competition is a multi-round business competition that gives early stage startups a chance to win progress funding. There are 2 tracks in the competition, tech and social impact. The first round of the competition, lovingly known as Pitch and Pizza, is where teams have 1 minute to present their ideas to a panel of external judges. This year, we had over 80 teams participate, with 24 teams moving forward into the next round. In round 2, semifinalists delivered 10-minute presentations to a panel of external judges. Teams received critical feedback, and the top 6 in each track moved forward to the finals. Which brings us to today. Earlier this afternoon, all 12 finalists gave 10-minute presentations to external judges who have decided our grand prize winners. The top team in each track will take home $18,000 in progress funding, with second place winners earning $8,000 and third place $6,000. Judging teams is no easy task. I'd like to thank all of our judges who provided their insights and critical feedback to our teams over the multiple competition rounds. In addition, coaches, mentors, family members, and friends. Our student and alumni teams would not have made such tremendous progress without your support. Thank you, everyone. Are you ready to meet our 2019 New Venture Competition finalists? We'll start with teams in our tech track. Each team will get 1 minute to pitch, just like they did in the very beginning of their journeys of Pitch and Pizza. Audience members, listen carefully as you get to vote for your favorite in our audience polls. The audience favorite in each category will win an additional $500 cash prize. Our tech track finalists will now present in alphabetical order. First up is Peter, an engineering student from the class of 2022 with BeagleNet.
In today's world, problems like air pollution, poor road conditions, and rising temperatures in cities are affecting quality of life as well as the health of individuals. In order to better understand our complex urban environments so that we can improve them, we've developed BeagleNet, powered by MESP, or Mobile Environmental Sensing Platform. MESP will be deployed on top of public transportation and ride-sharing vehicles. We will be able to autonomously diagnose problems in cities in real time by collecting data on air quality, road conditions, crowd density, ambient noise, and more. Using our map data, city officials would be able to make informed decisions on what actions to take to improve our urban environment. And because we believe everyone has a right to know about their environment, all of the real-time data will be available for free for everyone on our website, thebeaglenet.com. Our technology will give cities access to the analytics they need to be safer, more sustainable, and better able to serve the needs of their residents. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Our next team to present is Clean Seat, represented by Kevin, a Questrom 2022 grad.
So, hello everyone. So I'm just gonna start off by saying that I think everyone knows public restrooms are pretty gross, and that specifically having to use a dirty toilet seat is especially terrible. But what you might not think about, besides bad user experience, is how much dirty toilet seats can actually hurt a business just through increased costs, cleaning costs, and damaged business reputation. To fix this problem, my team and I have designed a product which we call the Clean Seat. It is a retrofittable toilet seat that looks and feels just like a regular seat, but serves as an effective preventative measure, stopping the common messes we've come to expect before they even happen. We have designed Clean Seat to be extremely durable, low cost, and to be compatible with industry standard mounting points, meaning that it can be installed like any normal toilet seat. We have additionally just completed our second generation prototype and are currently patenting our invention. And once we are able to manufacture, we have already arranged for our product to be tested at institutions like Harvard, BU, TD Garden, and many more. Help us make dirty toilet seats a thing of yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. I can't wait to get one of those here in the Build Lab. Our next presenter is Danielle, a College of Communications 2021 student from Go Off.
The average American spends more than 11 hours a day watching, reading, and listening to or interacting with media in some way. With Go Off, we can create an online platform built on productivity and substance. our team has discovered a unique gap in an untouched region of social media. We aim to fill that gap with a platform that allows us to have authentic conversations online. We are the Twitter with substance and the Reddit of live conversations. Eventually, we want these online communities to permeate into the real world and connect people and create local in-person communities. My team and I recently launched a market research survey that confirmed our hypothesis. People want connection, people want community. Through Go Off, we are trying to foster substantial conversations, create local in-person communities, and help find the voices that define our time. These conversations are the first steps for developing that definition. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle. I'd like to welcome back to the screen Sarah, a 2020 College of Arts and Science grad and founder of Holdette.
It's no secret that women face issues at work that men don't. But you wouldn't think that workplace inequality could start before men and women even get to work in the morning. And yet, for the 20.9 million millennial and post-millennial women working in offices, they're at a disadvantage from the moment they get dressed in the morning. While men can easily slide their phones and their wallets into their pockets, women cannot do the same. And while their pockets are small, this problem is big. My name is Sarah, and I'm the founder of Holdette, and my team and I are here to solve this problem. On average, women's pockets are 48% shorter than men's pockets. This is where Holdette comes in. We make professional workwear with real pockets for women entering the workforce for the first time. We are launching in a few weeks with a suit that will have 8 functional pockets, as opposed to a typical suit, which can't even hold a woman's phone. Unlike our competition, who focuses on fashion at the expense of function, Holdette lies at the intersection of both. We have an Instagram following of over 800 and are being advised by the former fashion director of Nike brands. With Holdette, while the problem remains big, at least the pockets are now too.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Can't wait to get my hands on one of those suits. Next up is Amal, a Met 19 alum presenting his startup, Parkaze.
Hey everyone, so I live right along Harvard Avenue for 2 years. And whenever my friends used to come over, we spend like 15 minutes searching for street or metered parking. And it's not just us. Annually, Americans waste $73 billion in time and fuel while looking for parking. This contributes to an even larger problem because 30% of all parking in cities are residential off-street parking, and they are underutilized and inaccessible to the public. Last year, I co-founded Parkaze with my friends, an online marketplace where you can host and rent privately owned parking spots. As the owner of the spot, you can be making money with your parking asset while you are on vacation or at the office. You have complete control of the spot, and we will take care of everything from advertisements to payments. And as a driver, you can find cheaper and safer alternatives to parking by booking through our platform. It's really that simple. We launched our beta 6 months ago and currently manage over 200 parking spots in 35 locations in the greater Boston area. Together, let's put a break to all our parking problems. My name is Amal, and we are Parkaze. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And last but not least in our tech track is Nina, a Questrom MBA 2020 grad with Vivid XR.
My name is Nina, and I'm a founder and CEO of Vivid XR. 92 million people in USA have heart disease. However, the training has been only based on observing and not performing. Do you prefer to have the doctor that has been only observed procedures, or you prefer the one that has been practiced several times? We at Vivid XR solve these issues by developing and introducing virtual reality platform that enable physicians to practice procedures in advance. We have received great feedback from medical community, and so far we have developed the first version of our product and hoping to perform our pilot runs. Thank you so much, and thank you.
Thank you, Nina, and all of our tech track teams. Audience, which one was your favorite? Use the poll on your screen to vote for who you think should take home our $500 cash prize. We'll announce the winners at the end of the show. I see the votes coming in. Thank you all. It's hard to believe we have over 320 people on this Zoom. Before we announce the tech audience favorites, we're going to hear our 1-minute pitches from our social impact teams. Our social impact track is open to mission-driven ventures, whether they have a for-profit or nonprofit business model. You'll also get to vote for your favorite from this track. Let's welcome our first social impact team, Madeline, a 2020 master's student from the School of Public Health, representing Every Hand is a Hero.
Imagine an industry that generates $150 billion a year in revenue. An industry with that kind of revenue could change the world. Instead, it's actually the revenue generated by human trafficking. Every Hand is a Hero is a nonprofit whose mission is to train and raise awareness to organizations and individuals on the front lines. We provide those individuals with the confidence and the skills to prevent and intervene in this crime. Many frontline workers, such as police officers, nurses, and teachers, never receive training on human trafficking, or if they do receive training, it's not adequate. In fact, 88% of victims of human trafficking report seeking some form of healthcare while they were being trafficked, yet only 6% of healthcare providers report treating a victim. Our solution is to train those frontline workers on how traffickers operate and how to dismantle the trafficking network. Tonight, we ask for your support in order to get this training to as many people as possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next presenter is Faizan, Questrom 2022 with the social impact team, Patient First.
92% of medical data is recorded manually in low-resource countries. The result? 15 million chronic disease patients lose their life every year. My own grandmother was a victim to this in 2018 when she was hospitalized and the physicians had lost all her manual medical data. This cost her valuable time and she unfortunately passed away. Inspired by my grandmother's harrowing experience, and seeking to make a positive impact in Pakistan, we developed Patient First, a cloud-based platform which digitizes medical data and connects the patient, physician, and pharmacy in low-resource countries. Now, no matter where the patient goes, they will have their story carried forward in a meaningful way. We are a group of engineers, entrepreneurs, and consultants who want to improve the quality of care simply by putting the patient first. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next presenter is Austin, engineering class of 2021 and co-founder of Phillinda.
One day, my grandmother called me and said, Austin, ¿puedes ayudarme a completar este documento? For those that don't know, in Spanish that means, can you help me fill out this application? Luckily, I can interpret and fill out forms for her. However, I realized if my grandmother had trouble filling out documents in English, other people probably did as well. And not everyone has the luxury to command a translator. It turns out 35 million Americans alone have trouble interpreting English, and more importantly, properly filling out these documents. To address this, we built out this software with my team at Hack Harvard to do exactly that. It won first place overall and best use of Google Cloud API. Since then, Phillinda has made its way to BU Today, Harvard Crimson, and the Bostonia. And so far, it's been quite the Cinderella story. This all started with a conversation with my grandmother in Allentown, Pennsylvania. But ultimately, this is much larger than myself or even my grandmother. Phillinda is on a mission to bring equity, diversity, and inclusion to those who need it most. And we believe the first step to a level playing field is language and communication. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, let's welcome Sarika, College of Arts and Sciences class of 2021 to present Surge Employment Solutions.
Hi, I'm Sarika, Chief Operating Officer at Surge Employment Solutions. At Surge, we address a two-part problem. As more and more people are pursuing four-year degrees rather than vocational education paths, there's an ever-expanding labor gap. We bridge this gap for folks in the United States who are unemployed due to the mark of a criminal record. Here's how we do it. We first secure staffing contracts with employers that have forecasted need for highly skilled trade workers. We then interview returning citizens interested in those positions through an equitably designed interview process. Those who are deemed the best fit are then equipped with the appropriate soft skills and technical skills necessary to be able to excel on the job. Finally, folks are placed and have access to our support at any point. To date, we've placed 3 returning citizens at 2 client companies in the greater Boston area and are excited to continue expanding. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarika. Next is Sarah, a Questrom MBA class of 2019 grad with her social impact venture, the Mindful Applicant.
I'm Sarah. I'm an educator, college counselor, and social emotional learning facilitator. Here's what I know. 70% of students report feeling stressed and depressed. 25% of students are bullied each year. And there were 25 school shootings in 2019 alone. What is one thing we can do to help solve all of these problems? Teach social emotional skills. 2 decades of research proves that social emotional learning interventions improve students' classroom behavior, outlook on life, and ability to manage stress and depression. All factors of mental health which underpin bullying and violence. The Mindful Applicant teaches social emotional skills through college and career prep. College and career prep is what high school students do, so we fit seamlessly into their jam-packed schedule. And the tasks of college and career prep, interviews, cover letters, SAT preparation, lend themselves so well to learning social emotional competencies that we can create stronger outcomes than the existing intervention. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. And last but not least for our social impact track is Marietta from the Parkaze School of International Studies, class of 2020, representing Urban Refuge.
There are over 70 million forcibly displaced people in the world today. And despite the myopic notion that all refugees live in camps on the outskirts of cities, 60% of all refugees actually live in urban areas. And although cities assume to have more aid resources available, this information is often disorganized and lacks the guaranteed protection of vulnerable people. Our solution is Urban Refuge, an aid mapping app that connects refugees in urban areas to the organizations that work to serve their most vital needs. Even better, all the organizations on our map have been vetted in advance by international organizations like the International Rescue Committee. We've consolidated health, education, employment, legal services, and more onto one easy-to-use app that is customizable from city to city. We are currently active in Istanbul, Turkey, and San Jose, California, and expanding to Cairo, Egypt, and Beirut, Lebanon. So if any of this interests you, you can go ahead and download the Urban Refuge app at the Google Play Store today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to all of our social impact ventures. Use this second poll to vote for your favorite and our $500 prize winner. Let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for, announcing our 2019 New Venture Competition winners. To announce our audience favorites that you just voted for, I'd like to introduce Li Liang, the Build Lab's new Managing Director.
Thank you, Blake. It has been less than 2 months since I joined the Build Lab, and I just can't say enough about how impressed I have been by the hard work, determination, and creativity of all these teams here tonight and other students I've met. Thank you for inspiring me. And now, thank you to all of you who voted in our audience poll. As I judge myself for the competition, I understand how hard it is to pick a winner from all these amazing teams. Our audience favorites are, drum roll please. It's Holdette from the tech track and Phillinda from our social impact track. Congratulations. Both of these teams will take home an extra $500 bonus prize. And I'm now going to turn it over to my colleague, Rachel Speckman, Program Director of Business Ventures, to announce the top 3 winners in each track.
Thank you, Lee. We had an amazing group of students apply to the New Venture competition this year. And whether it was the very first pitch and pizza way back in November or watching a team practice just yesterday, one thing is undeniable. Everyone has put their best efforts forward. To begin, we'll announce the 3rd place winners in each track. These teams were selected because the judges saw potential and promise in these teams and are eager to reward them for their hard work. As a reminder, each of these teams will take home $6,000. Drum roll, please. Congratulations to Parkaze from the tech track and the Mindful Applicant from the social impact track. Like our 3rd place teams, these teams were selected because the judges saw potential and promise in these teams as well, and we are excited to reward them for their hard work. As a reminder, each of these 2nd place teams will take home $8,000. Drum roll, please. Congratulations to BeagleNet from the tech track and Phillinda from the social impact track. And last, but certainly not least, the moment we've all been waiting for, I'll introduce our 1st place teams separately and invite the winning team to say a few words. These teams successfully defined the problems they are solving, demonstrated how they are uniquely creating value, standing out from the competition, implementing a rigorous and well thought out go-to-market strategy, presented strong financials, and created a robust team. Each of these teams will take home $18,000. And a new announcement this year that we are starting is that moving forward, including this year, all 1st place winners of the New Venture competition will receive a spot in the Summer Accelerator if they choose to participate. With this in mind, the winner of the 2019-2020 New Venture competition tech track is, drum roll please, Clean Seat. I'd like to turn it over to Clean Seat to say a few words.
Oh my God, this is really absolutely unbelievable. I would just like to say thank you to everyone who's kept with this project over the past year. This is something we started over a year ago and we failed and almost everyone fell out. But, you know, with a lot of heart, we kept through it. And I think we've had a lot of tremendous help from directors at the Build Lab. I can see Lee right here. I met with her 3 times over the past 2 weeks. Our mentor, Jay Mixer, absolutely huge help. Big thanks to my parents who have supported me throughout this whole process. And oh my God, just it's been a tough week. So this really wraps it up all nice. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're so excited for you, Kevin. Congratulations. And now for our social impact grand prize winner. And again, this social impact team demonstrated how they're uniquely creating value, standing out from the competition, implementing a rigorous and well thought out marketing strategy, and presented strong financials and a robust team. This team will also take home $18,000. The winner of the social impact venture track is, drum roll please, Patient First.
Oof, I can process this. I would like to start by first of all thanking my amazing team who have put in an incredible amount of effort to make our idea come to life. These past few months have possibly been the most intense of my college career. However, they've also been the most rewarding. I've had the opportunity to learn from the incredible community that BU cultivate, and it's been through the guidance of professors, advisors, and mentors within BU that I've been able to truly bring my idea of patient first to life. However, this is just the beginning. And I'm sure that in the months ahead, you face a lot more challenges, but I'm sure that we can overcome them because we have an amazing team. Finally, I won't make this too long. I would just like to give a final thank you to the incredible judges, staff at Innovate at BU, our mentors, our advisors, and finally, the amazing team, Farouk, Bizak, Cody, Nicole, Asad, who put in so much effort. So thank you so much, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for us. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of our New Venture Competition finalists. Thank you again to our NVC judges, coaches, mentors, Innovate at BU staff, and interns. Student and alumni teams, we appreciate your hard work and are so excited to continue supporting you on your entrepreneurship journeys. As Jerry mentioned in the opening remarks, Innovate at BU's programs are designed to inspire, educate, and connect. We hope tonight that you've been inspired by the incredible work of our teams and feel more educated about Innovate at BU. While we couldn't celebrate in person, we encourage audience members to connect directly with our teams using the details provided in the lookbook. BU's vast network is one of its greatest strengths, and we hope many fruitful connections result from tonight's event. To wrap up, I'd like to take one more opportunity to recognize and thank those on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic. I was deeply moved by a recent post I saw in a newsletter from the Howard Thurman Center. It read, "When you go out and see the empty streets, the empty stadiums, the empty train platforms, don't say to yourself, it looks like the end of the world. What you're seeing is love in action. People will lose jobs over this. Some will lose their businesses, and some will lose their lives. All the more reason to take a moment, to look into the emptiness and marvel at all of this love. Let it fill and sustain you. It isn't the end of the world. It is the most remarkable act of global solidarity we may ever witness." With that, I wish you all good health, strength, and love in action from the Innovate at BU team to wherever you are tonight. Thank you and good evening.